Feels like I just woke up or some shit.
In a world of smoking stories where the good times flow, there's a podcast rolling, putting on a show. The three amigos gathered, mic in hand, you see. The Cigar Loons are calling, wild and fancy free. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. From humble beginnings, just a thought, the spark. Now they're lighting up the airwaves, leaving their mark. They talk of life and laughter, and the cigars they hold dear, dispelling all the worries, banishing all fear. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. Through debates and discussions, they always find a way to make you feel at home at the close of every day, with tales from their adventures and insights sharp and keen. The Cigar Loons are truly quite the listening scene. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. So light up your stogie, settle in and hear. The Cigar Loons are talking, bringing joy to your ear. Guys Grumpy and Matthew, a perfect smoky blend. Tune into the Loons until the very end.
What up?
What y'all doing? Huh? Good evening.
Yo.
Howdy.
Howdy ho.
Boy, y'all act like you're just sitting at home, not nobody to talk to. Look at all them people out there. This place is full.
Hey
What y'all
guys.
doing here?
I'm lighting a cigar.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay.
I've come to see you again. Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, of course, 17th of March, 2026. And welcome
we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, welcome to the Crazy Train. Welcome to the Crazy Train. Of course, want to put a sorry out there. We've had to postpone having the guest tonight. But of course, the guest
that's all right.
is experiencing storm issues and got a very bad storm coming in. So that's why they aren't going to be here tonight. But we are doing, of course, review night. So it's going to be a review night. And me and Matthew are going to be smoking, of course, the My Farthest Cigars, the Blue. And we're going to be pairing it, of course, with Tenjaku Japanese whiskey. So nice little bottle of Tenjaku. And Grumpy is going to be smoking is with a slight change up to the podcast tonight. And Grumpy's going to be doing the Boulevard Confedere Oscuro. And he's going to be having a nice coffee. So he's going to be having a coffee with it tonight, of course. But yeah,
I had original plans, but I thought better of it. Let's just say that.
Yeah. And hi to anyone who's watching this there on Instagram.
Well, y'all get quiet.
Why's my
What?
mic turned off then? My mic turned
I
off.
don't know.
Your mic's
But I
on.
just
Maybe
want to, of course,
we got tired of
it
listening
did
to you.
before. I just want to, of course, say a big, massive thank you to the guest last week, of course, Samuel. And we had a great show with him. And, of course, you can catch
We
that
did,
again
man. We
on
did.
our YouTube. You can catch it on our Instagram and also on Rumble. And, yeah, you know something? Great little chat. And what a weird and unusual week we had last week after the show. But onwards and upwards, like the Cigar Loons do. And you know something? We got some great shows coming out. We've got some more great guests coming. It's just sometimes things happen, and you know something? Sometimes we have to postpone and reschedule. And you know something? That's the way it is. But first time, of course, smoking this My Father Blue tonight. And just a little bit about the cigar. And I've just pulled off the footband. Mine is, of course, a Petit Robusto that I'm going to be lighting up in a minute. And come in various sizes, of course. Petit Robusto being a 4.5 B50. Then you've got your Robusto, which is a 5.25 B52 ring gauge. Then you've got a Toro 6B54, and then a Toro Gordo, which is 660. And of course, it's a Connecticut broadleaf Rosado. The binder is Honduras, and the fillet is Honduras. And it is, of course, handcrafted in Honduras. So that's pretty much about the cigar. But I know Matthew's lit is. But me personally, I just want to craft over it a little bit and just have a look at the cigar and the band. And you know
I just
something,
want to fondle my cigar.
the band stands out with that nice light blue color. Of course, the nice light blue ribbon at the bottom. It does slide off if you want to keep that. Band looks nice. You still got, of course, My Father in there, Garcia and Garcia. Of course, My Father cigars in the middle, and then, of course, it says blue and everything. It's a nice little band. It's got the flower at the side, of course, that we normally see on My Father's. Going around, nice Father signature in the back as well. It's a nice band, double band. Cigar overall looks a nice wrapper to me. It's a nice open foot cigar. The cap, I would say, cap's single. Would you say it's a single cap, Matthew, or double? Looks
It's like
about
a
single
double
to
to
me on
me.
that one. So it could be a double. Okay. And you can see the consistency of the colour just by looking at mine. You can see the colour there on the cap.
Because
There's
I have a
that just
Toro, so
that little
we
bit of
may.
colour. Yeah, Matthew would go one bigger.
I'm the size
Grump.
king group.
Yeah.
Of course. Let's dive a little bit into your cigar, with it being the Boulevard. And is this the first time you've had this cigar, Grump, or have you visited
No,
it before, my brother?
no, I've gotten a hold of this before. Um, I do have the other one that we haven't smoked yet, that Grand Republica. I've had that one before. I got it in the small batch boxes when I was getting them small batch boxes. That's how I figured out what these were. But I have ordered some from the page there. Uh, just a regular Bolivar. wasn't It wasn't wasn't the Oscuro. It was like a natural. But yeah, these here the Oscuro, broadleaf Connecticut, um,
Yep.
Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, and has Dominican Habano Seco along with Nicaraguan Habano Viso and Honduran Habano Seco as far as the fillers go. I had to look. I'm sorry, but that's just more of a mouthful than my old brain can remember.
Understood.
But these have a tendency to put you on one of those dark, thick, earthy overloads, man. I mean, they're really, really earthy, really thick, chewy. The chocolate, the coffee, the whole everything that you look for in that dark cigar, it's all right there.
Cool.
So
And
it's going to
like
be
I
a
say,
nice ride.
yeah, it's a nice sounding interesting cigar. And of course, you got the Dominican Habano cigar, got the Nicaraguan Habano Viso, and then the Honduran, of course, Habano Seco in it, with, of course, some arch and wrapper and everything. And that's the thing. Now, of course, I'm going to light up my cigar because I haven't lit it up yet.
I think he was translating hillbilly to proper English there or something.
You think what he speaks is proper English?
Well, he says it is.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Amelia, I see you. My daughter's watching. That's my daughter.
Hey, we got to get fans wherever we can. Good evening.
Sure.
We'll take them where we can find them.
Oh, we've got 2 people watching now. I don't know who.
Well, good evening, 2 people.
Everyone.
Not sure who you are, but good evening, 2 people.
And welcome to anyone that's watching us on Rumble and also on Instagram. Of course, your best place to get us, if you want to get us, is here on YouTube. And we'll see your comments. We'll get them posted.
I'm watching on Instagram over here, and Mr. Cigar Smoker is watching on there, and he says that he likes the MF Blue. So at least that's one rousing review for it.
There you go. So y'all got somebody on your side. I'm still out here paddling.
Okay. First,
not like we was competing or nothing, but I mean, hey, y'all seem to be a little boring.
First puff, I can get that little bit of pepper nuance. I can straight away.
That's always an encouraging thing.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of leather at this point. Not sure what else. My nose is kind of stuffed up, so I'm dealing with a handicap tonight.
There's a little bit of slight refined leather, and I say slight refined. Nothing major drying the mouth out at the moment, anyway. But of course, we're gonna dive into Tenjaku now, and of course it is blended whiskey, and it's made in Japan, and it's Japanese characters for the skylark, which is of course the Hibari, and the much loved Herald Springs. It is, and of course it's been masterfully blended whiskey, like the clear encystic song of a small bird. It features an agreeable, pure, mellow flavor overlooking Mount Fiji, surrounded by nature's richness. Careful selected whiskies, pure, natural springs, are wickedly blended to create the distinctive whiskey. Tenjaku, of course. We are a malt grain, of course, produced from Japan. 70 cl bottle, and the volume's 40%. So, Matthew, what do you reckon of the bottle?
Bottle design-wise, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's really clean looking. I like it. I know I have a 750 milliliter bottle because we do things bigger in the U.S.
Still got a bigger cup
like
than you.
Well, that may be. I like the little story here on the back of the bottle. It's nice. I do believe it is actually a product of Japan, which is often not the case with these lower price blends of Japanese whiskey, which I do appreciate that. It is real light.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get some like orchard type fruits. You get a little pear. There's a little bit of honey in there too. It's a very nice drink.
Yeah, and it's a nice color. It's a nice clear amber, and that nice clear amber straight away. And on the nose,
That's not thinking.
you've got that fruit. You've got that nice, smoky, sweet aroma in it. And you can smell the dried fruit in it. So it's got some nice smell on it. Nice time drink it. Yeah.
Mm.
And you know something? It's nice to see what this is going to do.
Yeah. Let us settle on it a minute.
So that pepper in the cigar, it racked up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little bit more in that smoky flavour of the whiskey. That's coming out now on the palate. Definitely rounded. It's a nice rounded whiskey. Don't get me wrong. It is nice and rounded.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think from that first puff on the cigar to the whiskey, there's its nulling. It's riding gently.
It hasn't really.
To me.
I don't feel like it's affected the cigar experience a whole lot. I know that sometimes you'll get like a significant difference after you sip and then puff. I don't really get anything different, really. Again, I'm with a disability tonight, so. But yeah, I mean, like they taste nice together. I
do apologise for Paw Patrol in the background.
It's no puff is too small, no job is too big.
To me, it's a subtle pepper to me. That's the thing. It's very subtle on the pepper, and you know something. Do you know what they're doing? My father's cigars, with what they say and what they do, and to me personally, this cigar, it's not a bad cigar. It's not a bad price cigar. Those I got it for, and it's the first one that I've ever tried. But to me, I'm used to the Libouge, the Judge, Florida Los Angeles, them kind of cigars in their range, and I think this might have been made more for that budget range of cigars to smoke on the cheaper end of cigars. I do.
I don't know that I agree with that, but I believe that it is milder than those cigars.
Mm-hmm.
The Judge especially is punch.
Oh yeah,
I love that cigar. This one seems a bit on the medium to full range.
To me, when I smoke my cigars, I like that nice full. To me, this, and don't get me wrong, I know I've got a small pig in sizes, or I could pick up in the UK of it because they don't do big sizes. And to me, it's on that medium. It's definitely on that medium portfolio of it. It is. And they say on the cigar you should have some earthy notes, some cedar, some cocoa. You should have some hints of a floral sweet. You should. Now that's what they say. Mm-hmm. To me, I'm not getting floral, but then that could be down to, of course, the whiskey and floral on it. But Grump,
yeah, and do it.
What about your cigar, my bro? What are you going from yours tonight, and how's it pairing with, of course, your coffee, my bro?
Well, of course, you know we're all favorites of the Connecticut broadleaf, so you know. And this cigar brings everything you expect from that. like I said, you get your chocolate, your coffees, you get your uh, real kind of like thick, chewy, earthy uh, kind of thing going on with it. Uh,
Yep.
it's a very this one's not. It's not an overpowering thing like you would think it would be. The retro is still very smooth. You know,
Yep.
it's not harsh on the nose at all right now. It's still very smooth. You'd think with those different tobaccos in it, but it's a very mellow. To me, it's a very mellow, uh, medium type. You know, I guess I wouldn't really go toward
Okay.
the full side with this, but it's a very enjoyable, very pleasurable medium to medium full.
Mhm.
Yep.
And it's one of those you just sit back and let the night melt away with something like this and enjoy the flavor. It's
Yeah,
it's
sit back and
it's
relax.
one of those thick and earthy, chewy kind of cigars, man.
Can hear something.
Totally
Beer.
understand.
And I wouldn't, and black coffee. That's all this is. That's all I'm drinking with. It's black coffee. Of course, I do have a soda sitting here for the acid on the tongue thing. You know, I like to feel that. Wash my tongue good. But no, just and I'm not even into any fancy black coffee tonight. This is, you can buy this on any shelf at Walmart. So I'm not bougieing it up or nothing, but you know, but this is an excellent pair, no matter how you look at it.
What are we talking? We talking Folgers or
Mm-hmm.
okay?
I got a specific one.
Oh yeah, Black Silk.
Okay. Hey, what?
See
Hey,
that
I think
that boy knows too much. Do you live here and I don't know about it?
that smoke is holding
Do you prowl around my
nice
kitchen?
over that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
holding
cool.
just gently on it.
Yeah.
It is. Just want to see if it changes up the taste of blowing that little bit of smoke in the glass.
But yeah, we occasionally, well, a couple of times a year, the wife will splurge, and she'll get that. She'll get one of those bags of. It's like a 5 pound bag of the beans of this midnight something. But it's one of them overseas coffees, and I have to grind it up myself. But we get that a couple of times a year. But now that's even better than that's special coffee.
Yeah, I get some coffee beans, whole beans.
Yeah,
I think right now what I've got is like a what do they call it, like a London fog, or something along those lines. It's I got it from a Whole Foods type grocery store that has it in bulk. It's really pretty good stuff.
oh, I got some in there I can grind up, but
Yeah.
I love
I
coffee.
ain't telling nobody what that is. Lips are sealed.
We
I
got
know that.
we got Kilimanjaro
Yeah,
Mm.
coffee, and I tell you one thing, it's some strong ass coffee.
Yeah.
That in the morning, nice cup of that soon wakes the senses up and gets
Yeah.
you going for the day. And it's off the Richter scale, but it's paired brilliantly with some cigars. You know something? Just blowing that little bit of smoke into the glass and sniffing it and getting that back in too. That smoke sitting brings out that smokiness in the smell of the whiskey. To me, on the finish, with that nice subtle finish, it's definitely that little bit of spice, which is, of course, helping with that little bit of pepper in the cigar. It's bringing
Yep,
it and
yep.
it's binding with it. It's not overpowering. It's not
Yeah.
nulling one another out. It rides nice. There's a long freshness with that taste as well. I'm getting a nice freshness. It's not stinging the tongue. It isn't or anything.
This is it reminds me a lot of a lot of different like just blended whiskeys, scotches that I've drank
Mhm.
before. It's got that light honey, but it also has that cereal grain note that I
Mhm.
get on those, which is not a bad thing. Some people hate it, whatever. I don't find it to be a problem. Um,
Yep.
I do rather enjoy this dram with this cigar. Again, I wish I was in better shape
You get
for doing this.
you getting any oak?
Not
You get
even
any
a
light
little
oak?
bit.
Any oaky taste?
Not even a little bit. I don't
I'm
know if
not.
it's just not there
I'm not.
or if I didn't get it the other day either. I'm trying to go off of memory
Yep.
a little bit with what I'm talking about. What I really get on
Yeah.
this dram is honey, pear, and cereal.
Mhm.
Like cereal grain, like I don't even know how to describe it. But then on the finish, like you said, there's a little bit of spiciness, and that
Yep.
is kind of reminiscent of like an Irish whiskey, where you get the Irish
Yeah.
whiskeys kind of finish with a little bit of spice. And I think that's really
Oh yeah.
interesting.
Well, talking of course, the Irish, as we know, it's
Motherfucking
St.
Paddy's Day.
It's St. Paddy's Day, and what would be your normal tradition on St. Paddy's Day if you weren't here tonight? What would you be doing? Would you be having a cigar that's inspired by Paddy's Day, as we know with Alec Bradley and certain ones?
I have had those before.
I said to Emily today when we went for the walk, this is the first year that I have not had an Alec Bradley Shamrock. First year.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I didn't have one.
Normally, I have one all the
I
time.
had one last year. I didn't have one the year before.
Grumpy's got the grass station sweet greens.
This is what I would be drinking tonight if it wasn't for the fact that we're doing this review.
Really? Let me put it this way. If we weren't doing this, I'd be on that Sexton's, that Irish one.
That's a good plan too.
I absolutely love that.
And then I would be absolutely, and I will be later on when I go upstairs after this, I will be chowing down on some corned beef, even though that's not really an Irish thing. We love it over here.
Corned beef?
Yeah,
what, corned beef pie?
Corned beef and cabbage, a lot of people eat that and call it.
Well, so I think it came from Irish immigrants over here. They started using corned beef because one thing, corned beef doesn't spoil because it's brined, and then it's also cheap back in the day because we had so many cows and
it ain't fucking cheap now for corned beef.
No, it's not at all.
No.
But yeah, that's our tradition is we have corned beef. I usually have cabbage, but tonight I didn't have cabbage because I just didn't fucking feel like it, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel this when, of course, they put the green food dye in the water and change it to green?
That is a Chicago thing, and I think it's crazy, but it's it's what they do.
What about you, Grump? How do you feel on that?
Yeah, that's. I mean, you know me, man. I mean, what's in that dye? I mean, how long does it take for that to get out of that water? Where's that water go? I mean, is it is it part of the system? Is it headed to the river? Or, is it headed to the ocean away from the city? Where's it going?
I mean,
how much of that's going? Yeah, how much of that's going to make it back into your house?
Right.
That's the only thing that I would ask. I mean, not only that, but it's an easy vehicle to, you decide you wanted to do something.
You know something over here, and same in Ireland, to be honest. I saw somebody today on Ducking Island, and they were absolutely mullered. And when I say mullered, I mean they were drunk. They were absolutely stinking of it, and that's just
knackered.
It's the same over here. Basically, it's just an excuse to get fucking pissed. It is St. Paddy's Day.
And never really needed an excuse.
Really.
If I was gonna do it, I was gonna do it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a bar right down the street from our house, and it's like
Hey,
everybody
Grump,
in the whole town
you can leave.
is there.
You can leave your hat on, brother.
Do what?
Did you see what Grumpy was doing then? Readjusting his t-shirt and more of his chest was coming out. I said you can leave your hat on if you're taking your top off. You can leave your hat on.
You better put your rocks down.
Do the full Monty there, my brother.
Don't make me throw back.
All right,
You
all
throw
right.
back, you throw back, my brother.
Be nice. Let's be nice. I ain't got time to break up you idiots.
We're not idiots, are we, Grump? Only on weekdays when we're not on here, we're idiots.
And I'll apologize to you guys that are watching. I keep turning off my camera and muting myself because I'm blowing my nose, and y'all don't need to see that.
Oh, okay.
But just want to put a quick note to everyone, of course, for anyone watching. And if you don't know, of course, you can go to rumble.com and you can check out Grumpy's Coffee Talk Show.
Yeah.
And it's on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at noontime. Yep. And go and check him out and go give him a like. Go give him a subscribe because Grumpy's bringing out some unique stuff. Of course, Mondays is Monday News. Sundays, of course, is the Lost Books of the Bible. And then many different topics that we talk about on there. Grumpy does about conspiracy theories, why Atomus 2 wasn't going up, of course, Clinton, Epstein files, different things. So, go in and check it out.
We touch things.
Go and check it out. Like I say, there on rumble.com. And also on YouTube, you can find Grumpy's Coffee Talk Show on YouTube, and you'll find the shorts on there. So go check it out.
That's right.
Yeah, you know something? This cigar is burning great. The only thing that's pissing me off is because it's so small. So I'm gonna have to light something else up after because this is crazy how it's burning that quick.
Yeah, it's going quick, man. Even mine's going quick, and I'm smoking like I don't want to smoke it.
Well, mine's nice and slow and beautiful. I got no complaint.
For me,
it's self-correcting itself right there, so I'm doing it to it.
It's definitely chewy.
The smoke has a great texture in the mouth. I will say that.
Yeah,
it does. And to me, it's chewy.
On that, but every once in a while, it's got that full thick smoke.
Yeah. You can definitely tell it's that kind of broadleaf that we like in a cigar. It is with the wrapper. It's there. So, of course, Ash Report has put what cigars are you smoking, guys? So, me and Matthew are smoking the My Father Blue. We are tonight. And Grumpy is smoking, of course, the Boulevard Confedere Oscuro. And that's what we're smoking on the show tonight. Just doing our little review show. And we are going to be coming out with more reviews. So, of course, the three of us are going to be smoking the same cigar and different things. Tonight was a case of me and Matthew had already got the My Father. We thought, right, we'll come out with it. We've got the whiskey, so we'll come out with it. And that's why. And Grumpy was like, I've got this one. Yep, smoke that, bro. It's got Connecticut broadleaf. Let's see what your broadleaf does. Let's see what our broadleaf does.
Yeah.
And that's why, of course, we've done this tonight.
Now, one thing, I don't find any kind of leather in this as far as that goes. Really? Nice, earthy, spicy, but with your chocolate and coffee. But I'm not getting any leather effects out of it, which I like. I like that.
Yeah, and my cigar is just slowly coming away. If you can see the wrapper. Slowly coming away. Right. Dang.
Where's it going?
Dang. It's deciding to fly. He wants to go fly.
I didn't want to take a chance with that ash. It was still solid.
To me, I don't know about you, Matthew. Do you think the wrapper is the right mix to use on this with how fragile it is? Because to me, it seems
I do
very,
find
very,
it to be a
very
bit fragile.
fragile.
Because mine cracked
It does.
when I cut it. I cut it with the Calibri V cut.
Yep, I cut it really straight, and mine's done that. So
because it's a box press, so I wanted to make sure.
Shouldn't be so hard on your cigars.
It could be totally my fault. You don't know.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's not changing up the taste. Taste is nice, man.
Yeah, good.
Got a bit of ash on my nice trousers. Whiskey's going nice with it, and
Don't
something.
lie, you're not wearing any pants.
No, I'm just wearing my boxers, my bro.
Yeah, don't stand up.
That's on my OnlyFans.
Oh boy!
After dark, you can catch me on there.
He's got an under desk camera for those people.
Yeah, really. That's a private view.
That's why you can only see one of his hands.
Yeah, the other's propping the table up. Wink, wink. Now, to me, would you say now, with getting into the cigar, with the whiskey, would you say the pairing together is a great pairing, or do you think the whiskey could be better to go with this cigar and a different whiskey? What do you reckon on the whole thing with the cigar and the pairing that we chose?
I think honestly, we could have put a more potent whiskey up against this cigar, and it would have handled it a little bit better. I don't think it's being completely outwashed or anything.
Nope.
But I do think it could. We could stand to have a little bit more, oomph to our whiskey tonight. But I mean, honestly, I think it's a good pairing, not great.
Okay. And I get you on that. I get you on that. To me, Tenjaku is a very, very light whiskey. It's a very light Japanese whiskey to get into it, of course.
Oh, yeah.
As you get into the realm, as you know, Matthew, right, with whiskey, and the same as you, Grump, when, of course, you used to drink whiskey. You can get into them. You can get into them certain realms of your nice budget-friendly whiskies. Then you've got them medium-friendly, and then you've got them. Wow, how much a bottle? And this is the same with the Japanese whiskey. This is that entry level. It then racks up again and then racks up again. And one that I absolutely love, and I don't know if you've seen the bottle, is the Samurai Warrior whiskey bottle. That you pull the samurai head off. And yeah, that's a fair price for a bottle. It is.
I have seen that bottle. I have not bought it. I actually turned it down not that long ago because I saw it and was like, ooh, I kind of want that on my shelf. But then I was like, the price makes me not want to buy it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's
my
the
favorite, probably Japanese whiskey I've had was Yamazaki 12 year.
Yummy. Yep. Yamasaki's good.
So good. But the price has gotten out of hand here in the States.
It's skyrocketed.
Back in the day, it was like a $80, $90 bottle, but now it's like, we're talking close to $200 now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me.
Whiskey
you
has
got to
changed.
think of no, but you got to think it's the same here in the UK. Considering we've got all the Scotch whiskey, and you'd think, yeah, it'd be reasonable price. Scotch whiskey's just gone through the fucking roof. The price is increased, and you're like, what's the point on it? And you know something? it then brings it home of, and we know we've touched a little bit on it with you guys in the States and a little bit on it here in the UK. As we know, alcohol's not selling vast amounts in the United States. As we know, here in the UK, it's up there with smoking. It's one of our biggest tax incomes. So is this another way of, let's stop you from drinking? Let's increase the price to stop you from drinking. Is that another way you're doing it? Because we know they're trying to do it with cigars and messing with us and shitting on us from a great out with cigars. Is this another one with drinking? Let's shit on you from a greater out on this and stop you from now drinking.
Maybe, but
Well,
with alcohol is you can still get plenty of alcohol for dirt cheap. It's just the good stuff has gotten more expensive.
yeah. See, over here, though, as far as that, they're not big alcohol over here. They're not going to let you. They're not going to let you get by with lobbying something to get fewer people to consume their product. They're not going to sit still for that. So there ain't nobody over here actually trying to keep you from consuming alcohol. The thing over here is they're trying to steer everybody away from anything holistic, anything natural, anything healthy, and point you toward alcohol, if anything. But they try to make it look like the lesser of all the evils. Is the way I mean, from a consumer standpoint, that's the way I see their advertising campaigns and how they're spending their advertising money over here. Is they're trying to,
And the reason it gets me is because, which just bear with me, and then guys, I'm just getting me cigar poker from behind the back of the computer. What gets me on that one is we know, right? And I'm going to put it straight out. I don't care who watches. I'm going to put it straight out. Here in the UK, there's been a rise of people drinking behind the car. There's also been a rise in weed smokers taking pot and driving the cars. That's gone up. But the amount of people that weed has killed, zilch. In my eyes, zilch. Alcohol has killed more fucking people than anything. Cigars. We know people that have lived to be 100, 110 smoking cigars.
Yeah.
As we have said before, go and hit the cigarette industry. Go and hit the vape industry. That's where the addictive chemicals are and why the damage is there. Not from something as natural as a cigar. Yeah. Yes, drink in moderation. Don't go getting annihilated and getting sclerosis of the liver. Drink in moderation. But as we know, them demons are there in people. There's that addictiveness can take over with drugs. It can take over with alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
We know that's in them. But to me, why go and damage a market that is making you your taxis? You take that away, what are you going to tax us on next? Food? What are you going to do then? Wipe food out so you eradicate all of us? Mm-hmm. Start bidding more on food? Yeah. Come on. Seriously? Yeah. Buckle down, guys. We're in for a wild ride. Come on, guys. Buckle down.
Things are getting weird.
It's a crazy old world that we're living in at the moment. It is.
It is that. It is.
I just don't know. You know something? It's a strange situation. But for anyone who's watching, the Cigar Loons are going to be invading, and when I say it nicely, we're going to be invading the Leaf Cutters on Sunday.
Oh, we certainly
We're going to be invading their channel, and you'll be able to catch that. You will when the Leaf Cutters uploaded. I don't know if we're going live with the Leaf Cutters that day. I should imagine we are. But we're going to be joining them from 3 p.m. Eastern till 5 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be weird for me, smoking at an early time. Because normally I'm smoking at later time. So, but yeah, we're going to be invading them and having a laugh with them guys and having a catch up. So make sure to go and follow the Leaf Cutters if you're not. And I to DA Exotics. Hey up, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for everyone who's there over on Insta.
What's up, the EA and the guys over there? Hey, yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you over on Rumble watching as well. And
yeah,
you know something, this is the thing. Like I say, some nights we sit when we're doing a podcast and we try and bring you something different all the time, either a cigar review or we try and bring you something to do with whiskey or something to do with a cigar guest. Sometimes it doesn't go to plan, but you know something, we've got plenty more coming. And this month, we've got some more guests coming up this month. Next month, we're booked. Month after, we're booked. And we're getting pretty full these months with different guests from legacy brands to boutique brands. So keep your eyes open because some of these guests that we've got in have never been on the podcast before. They are new guests. Some recurring guests, but a lot of new guests. So make sure to keep your eyes open on that one, on the show. I think the way I'm sitting at the moment with this cigar, I definitely have got to go and pick up a Robusto in it, not the petty. Try that cigar with the whiskey. See if I get the same consistency as what I've got out of this petty. To me, if I was to give this an honest review, and I'm there on the cigar, that's what I've got to. And this is an honest opinion. The wrapper is very thin, very easy to break. And I've just put the cigar poker in it and it's cracked again. This Rosado wrapper is very, very light and very flimsy to me on the cigar. Construction overall, it's a nice solid construction. Nice solid. Of course, tobacco inside with the filler. As you can see, very nice and solid. Overall look is very nice. Smoke output, very light to medium smoke. It's not bad. It's not overpowering. It's not going to knock you off your feet. Nice notes. You've got that, of course, like we said, the pepper there. You've got that nice bit of cedar, bit of nuttiness to it that I'm getting. No floral bouquet. I'm not getting no floral. It's not a bad cigar. So overall, out of 10, I'd give it a 7.5. And the reason for is the wrapper breaking away and crumbling. That's what's taking the points down on mine end. And because it's so small for me, that's why I'm giving it that score.
Sure. Does that mean you want me to give you a number too?
Yeah, brother, if you don't mind.
As far as construction goes, I haven't had any issues other than, like you said, the wrapper's a bit thin. I did crack it when I cut it, and I will say the line has been really good. I've touched it up a couple times, but that's just because I'm being the same person. Great draw. Great draw, decent smoke output, like you said. It's not like a chimney like a fucking Rustica or whatever, but
yeah,
it's a good cigar. Again, I'll use the same phrase I used earlier. Good's not great. I think I'm gonna give it a 7 even right now.
Yep.
With the caveat that I am gonna grab another one and do another smoke through because I'm currently kind of ill.
Yep.
But I think that's where I'm at tonight.
Yeah, and I get that because this is the thing with me. Like I said, with this being so small, I don't want to give it a low ball. I think 7.5 is good enough. Use 7 is good enough. Definitely go and explore it again. Give it another go, see what's what, and everything, and then give it an overall from that. And this is the thing, Grump.
Yeah.
What about your cigar, bro? Where would you put your rating on yours with where you are at the moment with yours? How the smokers and everything, the construction. Where would you put yours on that number out of 10? Let's just go off of 10. Not a 90 rating or anything. A nice 10 rating.
Right. Overall, without breaking down individual considerations, overall, this thing's going to hang between an 8.5 all day long.
Yep.
The construction is solid. I've not touched that up. It corrected itself the one time that it started trying to get out of line. It stacks a nice thick ash. I've been keeping it knocked off on purpose because I'm sitting here corner of the bedroom. I don't want to have to sweep up off the floor, things like that. but yeah, I could probably have gotten a lot more ash, than what's here. It feels nice and solid. Feels good in the hand.
Yep.
And the flavors have a very nice blend. Again, it's very thick and earthy. Has a nice spiciness to it. The retro's amped up now. Of course, I'm, halfway through, but that's amped up nice and spicy. But I don't get a lot. I don't get a lot of the leather dryness at all.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the chocolate, the dark, almost bitter coffee bean flavor, all of that, the chewy earthiness of it. I mean, it's 8.5 all day long. The only thing, in my opinion, and that's and $1 will get you a cup of coffee at Waffle House. But when you look at this cigar, and you get that preconceived notion of what this cigar is going to be about, and then once you smoke it and you find out that it's not overpowering, it's not overbearing, it's not in your face, it's not knocking your tonsils out. It's a very solid, very enjoyable cigar. It's almost deceiving when you to look at it and think, man, this is going to be. But like I said, it's medium full. I don't really see it crossing over into the full boundaries very much, but a solid 8.5 all day long.
You just got me straight there with what you've just said. It's very deceiving. As we know, when you go through your darkness of a wrapper, Oscuro, the nice dark broadleafs, the Mexican San Andreases, some of the really rich darkens are classed as them strong, hit you in the face, punch you cigars. Oscuro is one of them that's up there that's just going to punch you, whack you, slap you, and kick you.
Yeah.
So where you said they're deceiving, it's great to hear that because some people are probably scared of that cigar with just the look of it and go,
I
don't want to go.
Don't be scared of this one at all. I mean, and I love a good full cigar. Don't get me wrong. I love to fire up the occasional smack you in the mouth right off the first draw.
Napalm.
Yeah, I mean, we know several of those, And, once in a while you want that.
Yeah.
But then, you're going to look at this and think, okay, but that ain't what you're going to get here. You're going to get, and like I said, I'm just about halfway, and
All I'm
we're
going to say
coming
is,
up on an hour, and
please
it's
don't
nothing
cry.
but smooth enjoyment.
Yeah, that's done. Let go.
Yeah,
That's really upset me for
I
the price point.
hate that for you. Yeah, I mean, because
It's upset me on the price point. It's
yeah, because ain't nothing cheap over there.
Like I say, that's 7.5. If this had done this now and I was giving it, this is going to be low ball straight down to 5.
Yeah.
It'll be low ball straight down to 5 out of 10.
Well, it's a good thing for them that we got your number before that.
Yeah, really. Good thing for them.
That's part of the wrapper straight off.
Yeah,
the wrapper's totally come off. So that now.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Right.
This is just getting into binder.
Indecent
binder and fill it.
Yeah. The binder.
So illegal procedure, 15 yards.
Which sometimes I don't mind just smoking the binder, to be honest. It gives you what they chose with the binder and the filler. Take that, of course, wrapper away. What the taste point is then. And I just want to say sorry to my fathers. Sorry for me low ball on 7.5.
I will say that
I'm not very happy.
As this cigar comes down to its final piece here, I've nubbed it, but that's just because I'm lazy and I don't feel like holding it. It's definitely amped up in spice. I'm getting so much more pepper now.
I'm getting some of that leather that you said. I'm getting that now because I haven't had a whiskey.
That's heavy.
Because I want to smoke more of the cigar. That leather's there. That leather's there. I get what you're saying about that pepper. It has ramped. And you know something? Even with now, of course, the wrapper being off, being the binder, fucking hell, you can tell a difference there. That wrapper kind of nulls that down a little bit. This is
funny because you would think that the spice would come from that, but I guess not.
It's definitely not bad. I just feel sorry. So my father's cigars, if you're watching, my address is in England. I'll shoot at you. You can send me another one, please.
Yeah. Let's try another round of that and see what happens.
Yeah. And I'll do you a good, honest review on it. Yeah. You got to be cheeky to ask, can't you? At the end of the day. Some people. It's not a bad cigar. You know something? It's all long filler has been now. And where would you say you are, Matthew, on my father's cigars? Are you a big fan of them? A medium fan? Or just now and again you would have one?
So I guess it depends on which my father we're talking about. Because the Judge, I'm a huge fan of the Judge. But as a general rule, I'm not a huge fan of my father's cigars. Like I like Honduran tobacco. I like that stuff. I think I think the Judge is my favorite of their lineup. With maybe Libations coming in at second.
You need to try that Florida de Los Angeles if you haven't tried it. That's a good cigar.
I feel like I've had it, but I didn't. It wasn't remarkable in my memory, so maybe I need to try it again.
I really enjoy that one.
Okay.
That's the one that I've smoked a lot of compared to the Judge and the Libations.
Well, the Judge I have, I seem to always have a Judge in my humidor. There's one upstairs right now. I just really like that cigar.
I can go get it right now.
Right.
Well,
Good.
let me ask
Like
you
a-
on another key point, and I don't know if you've seen it as well, Grump. And just a little bit of sidetrack from this subject tonight, and that's me done with that cigar. I got to that point and it's done. I can't smoke no more, to be honest with you, of it. And it's a shame.
Be asked to.
It's a shame on that one. But, of course, as we know, there's AJ Fernandez put a post out with just AJ on the cigar and said, yeah, we're bringing this new cigar out. And they finally revealed it, and Rafael Nadal put a post out with the cigar. Have you seen that post?
I have.
What did you think? What did you think of the cigar?
Huh?
Yeah, what did you think of it?
Well, it looks like something I want to smoke, but that's just generally what happens when I see an AJ Fernandez cigar.
Yeah.
Because he's a fan. Because he's a fanboy. Fanboy.
I really am.
AJ makes some great cigars. You gotta think a lot of people go to AJ to have their cigars.
I'm trying to
Rafael
remember.
Nadal, of course, as well, being one.
Is it which cigar is it that he posted? I can't remember.
His new post was. If I can find AJ. There we go. So it was called. Nope, that's not that one. AJ Fernandez. There we go.
No, it wasn't.
So my best way is go and find Rafael Nadal.
Yeah.
Rafael Nadal. So it's called the AMAR. So Amar. I think it is Amar.
Amar.
Oh yeah.
That's the cigar. And there's of course AJ with his whiskey and the cigar.
Yep.
Not a bad looking cigar, and of course, for anyone who's going to be at PCA 2026 in New Orleans, you're going to be able to grab that cigar. It's there. We're going to be talking about it. So keep your eyes out at PCA for that. And yeah, you know something? Not a bad cigar by my father. It's a shame how it ended.
It's a Nicaraguan Puro.
Yep. Bit upsetting on that cigar, but it's the luck of the draw. You get it sometimes. There's, they happen like that.
It don't always work out.
Yeah, it's a man. It's I can't say man-made because that'll be sexist.
Handmade.
It's a handmade product, and you're gonna run into that with it being a handmade product. Yeah, you're gonna run into that. The same as different things, aren't you? Even when we make stuff, we probably make it all up and go, oh yeah, it's right. You put a vase on it and bang, the shelving comes down and the vase smashes and you're like, yeah, well, shit happens.
Yeah,
that's
I can't say that that's never happened.
Neither can I, bro. Oh. That whiskey on that back note now with that cigar just sitting and resting in the mouth. Oh, yeah. That's ramped up with that nice little bit of spice. That spice is right there. And I like Tenjaku. I do like it. I definitely got to look into more Japanese whiskey and probably get some of that Yamanashi. Try some of that.
Yeah.
And see what I think on that. And you know something, I think maybe getting that and trying it with the Yagwe by Jason Newman and see what I get off that, because normally when I do the Yagwe, it's normally Glenmorangie, Glenfiddich, some Irish whiskey, Buffalo Trace. Those are my normally go-tos when I smoke the Yagwe. They are.
I feel like I would do something peaty.
You and peaty whiskey. I friggin' hate that TPC smell.
Whiskey.
I hate peaty
He
whiskey.
likes his peaty whiskey.
And I love the Yago. I got one upstairs.
I just can't get into
Next
that
to the
whiskey.
judge.
I just can't get into it. It just doesn't.
Actually, no, it's in my other humidor down here.
It just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't.
Good evening, Miss Emily. Good evening.
Good
evening. Good evening.
Hello, Mrs. Hope you're okay. Of course, she's put evening gents.
The TikTok sensation, Miss Emily.
She's getting a fair audience, and I'll tell you one thing, she's making some bloody money off it.
I'll have to.
That's the thing.
Good for her.
Yeah, I have to sit down and pick her brain for her formula. Yeah.
Brother, you know something? Emily's formula is be yourself, engage with your audience, do something that you're interested in, and engage with your audience and build your audience.
I do, and I get 4 people in the room.
Build that community up, and when you've got that community in, that's when you get your gift.
I get 4 people. Everybody else has got 80, 90, 100. I got 4.
Brother, she had one.
It's better than that.
She had one person walk in yesterday, and they dropped a Galaxy, and that Galaxy was worth 1,699 coins.
Wow. What does that translate to real money?
Well, I won't say that on the podcast because we don't talk about money on the podcast, do we?
Oh yeah.
But that virtual currency basically was that, and that's the thing. If you go on, you spend your time. You've got them leagues, so D League, B League, C League, and so forth. Going well, A, B, C, and D. So DC. So M's and C at the moment. But some of the big ones that are in like the A leagues. You look at their scores in night, and they're like anywhere from 220,000 to 330,000 that they're making in that VC, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Emily's league, you're looking at anywhere from 10 to 12,000 in that league, to make in VC.
Yeah, I never understood all that. So.
Yeah, I'm in the D leagues. I'm in the bottom. I'm in the D leagues because I don't go in it that much. But if you're on constantly,
is there an E league? That's where I'm at.
No, if you're constantly on it, you're going live on it. You increase, you go up in the leagues, but you've got to be on it. And what TikTok say to you is when you're on it, you need to be doing 15 hours. They've now increased it. You need to be live for 30 hours a week.
30 hours a week?
That's a full-time job, man.
Yep, full-time job.
I ain't got that kind of time.
Not unless it's paying like a full-time job.
You can't have a digital background behind you now. It's got to be a natural picture. You can't have washing behind you. You can't have children behind you on it. Can't even have a child on your lap if you pick it up and it's there. As my sister-in-law found out on that one. But it's just crazy on the rules, and you got to be on for 30 hours. You need to be making over 200,000 in VC. Yeah, okay. Why do you need to be making over 200,000 in VC? Oh yeah, because they get a cut.
Yeah, who am I making money for? That's the question.
Well, like you look at it, you think
it's a pyramid system from my efforts.
It's a pyramid system. TikTok's always going to be at the top because they're always charging you off. They're always taking off of what VC you earn. So you earn 1,000 VC, you're only seeing 500 of that VC because they're giving 500. Then if you've got a manager in that charges you, you're seeing a lower percentage of that.
Yeah.
You're only going to see 250 of that VC because they're taking 250 VC. So it's a pyramid system.
People have managers on YouTube, on TikTok now?
Yep, there's managers, agencies and managers.
Agency managers and stuff. It's gone crazy. Yep. Yeah, it's gone plumb crazy.
It's changed from when we were on it and we met. It's changed. But then, if you look at the whole podcasting situation now, and podcasters, that situation's changed because now people are doing Patreon. So pay us a subscription every month, and we'll
Yeah.
give you the behind the scenes gossip. Okay. So how much you time in for that? And I get it. You've got to try and make money out of it to try and pay for everything, because it's not cheap doing the podcast. You've got to pay for your streaming sites. You've got to pay for where you put all your production to, so either Canva or different ones that you're using to make all your production. And it does come in at a fair amount. And don't get me wrong, if you got sponsors and your sponsors pay for it, then brilliant. But then sometimes you get them sponsors that don't want to pay, and they get a year for free, and they've done nothing for you. So yeah, it's crazy world, isn't it? There's them sponsors that do nothing for you, but they get everything out of it.
Subtle like a sledgehammer.
Cheers, guys! Happy St. Paddy's Day.
Jesus Christ! Subtle like a sledgehammer.
Solid as a rock. Oh no, that's the wrong song. I wanna be your sledgehammer. Yeah. Did a pit.
Don't worry about me no more.
Oh, we lost him.
Oops. See what happens?
Talked too much shit. He disappeared.
That's it, man. See what happens?
The UK just ripped him off.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Oh, it was that singing he was doing. He sang a copyrighted song. They ripped him right off the air.
There you go. Ripped him right out. He'd come back and tell us he'd go bathroom or something. He'd come back and tell us the feel.
Christ almighty.
Yeah, really.
This has been an enjoyable cigar as much as I can enjoy it.
I hear you. Yeah, this is the same, man. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. I have no regrets.
In my current health state, but other than that.
Well, yeah, I would be too, because, being stuffed up, takes away half the enjoyment of a good cigar. I mean,
whiskey.
But yeah.
I woke up this morning and I felt like I was underwater. I'm like, well, that's not a good
I hate it when that happens. and you felt good when you went to bed.
Well, I didn't feel good when I went to bed, but I felt better than I did when I woke up. I went home early yesterday from work because I was feeling feverish.
Yeah.
And I've been running up and down all day.
No.
Last night.
He must have had to go outside and get on the roof and adjust the antenna or something.
I'm telling you, man, he was singing some real lyrics to songs, and he just disappeared.
It says he entered, but then he got there. He is back.
Sorry, guys. The FBI came knocking on my door. They've only just let me go.
Yeah.
We thought maybe you had to get out on the roof and adjust the antenna or something.
Internet crashed for some reason. It booted me.
I figured it was
your
singing.
Yeah. Your singing did it.
It's crazy how that just happened, because it wouldn't even let me log in on the phone. For some reason, it just crashed. But I went onto Instagram and it shows us we're still running on Instagram and everything. It's like, what the?
Yeah, we were still there talking amongst ourselves.
They had to kick your internet because Trump was calling Starmer. So they had to kick your internet so they could complete that call.
I don't want to talk about that.
He isn't a Winston Churchill, is he, Mr. Starmer? He isn't a Winston Churchill.
There wasn't a lot of those people.
Boy, I tell you what, when all the chips fall and this plays out, there ain't none of us going. I mean, we all gonna be wrong about a lot of things, and a lot of things gonna look a whole lot different than what we thought they would. But there's some crazy stuff coming. I just feel it. I don't know what, but it'd be things like we ain't never seen in our lifetime.
I think there's crazy.
I've had enough crazy stuff. I
there's
need more
craziness all
crazy
around.
stuff.
I look at the whole thing of where the cigar market was
Mm-hmm.
to where the cigar market is now. And like I say, here in the UK, it's kind of slowed down. People
Well,
aren't really buying,
we
which
talking
is
about
weird.
the cigar market.
Yep.
Let me ask
This
you
is
what
a
y'all's
cigar podcast.
yeah. Uh, what y'all's opinion on of course we all know that the whole Cuba thing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, everything there's in the trash. No power, no electricity, no this, no that, and
Yeah.
of course, you know, Trump in that interview was talking about, he didn't know what what he would do with it as far as free the people or take control
Yep.
of it or whatever, but could pretty much do what he wanted to do. Uh,
Yep.
there's when we look at the cigar industry, the cigars and tobacco and what they mean to Cuba, you know, uh, is that worth saving? Can the U.S. do anything to save it, or would they? What would it do for trade? I mean, could those people down there be brought back up, to a higher standard of living, and things be fixed by, you know, bringing the tobacco back up in Cuba,
Yep.
and even that somehow or another open trade between Cuba and the U.S., to allow the trade dollars to flow in, and at least start trying to build some things back up over there. I mean, where y'all, you know, what's
I
the
said
possibilities?
when we spoke about this a couple of nights ago, Grump, and like I said to you about the whole thing, to me, one, can America work with Cuba? Can America work
Yeah.
with the fact there's some of the Asian countries like China,
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
Japan, have brought fields in Cuba. Same as they brought fields in Nicaragua, in Dominican, Honduras, and they've taken them fields. So can they work
Mm-hmm.
between them? There's a case of they will
That's it.
work with America. My other thing is,
Mm-hmm.
are they going to increase the living wage in Cuba so people can get back on their feet? Where the
Exactly.
infrastructure is, are they going to be a case of they're going to be overstretched like they already are with all the countries? Because as we know, it's constant plant, 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 constant cigar, constant cigar, constant cigar. It's never a break in their farming, basically. They don't work to how they used to work, like most of the fields Nicaragua do, Honduras, and Dominican Republic. They don't work like that, where they swap field every time they grow. So
Mm-hmm.
the field can be changed with either planting vegetation, sugarcane, different things to enrich that soil. Their thing is they plant, they plant, they plant. So there is
Right.
no minerals going into that tobacco. It's the same constant tobacco. It's the same constant taste. Nothing changes. If people want to beg and disagree with me, beg and disagree with me. Go and check out the podcast where we spoke about Cuban cigars. But to me, you've got to work out a great deal. You've got to look after Cuba.
Yeah.
You've got to bring in that infrastructure where you can work with them. It's a fair wage.
Yeah.
They're getting better farming. They're getting a better livelihood. Yes, okay, let's see how they can grow it. Is it the case of Cubans are going to come back for you guys in the States? I think if Cubans come back in the States to you guys, because it's that mythical unicorn that none of you have smoked, you're going to all smoke it, and by the time you guys have smoked it, England smoked it, Asia smoked it, Cuba's going to be in for an even bigger fucking infrastructure of we've run out of Cubans. I think that's going to be the case. Because everyone's going to stock, buy, everyone's going to smoke. I don't think Cuba can keep up with the demand now of America on top of the demand that they've already got. That's my point. Matthew?
Right.
I don't disagree with anything you just said. The Well, I don't know how quickly the cigars will get to the point where they're run out of Cubans. I do think that there would be a pretty drastic change in the overall market for Cubans because with them being available in the U.S., they might have to do something and bring the prices down to earth if they want people to buy them.
Yep.
Because everything runs off the Hong Kong market
Yeah.
right now. The Hong Kong market has them priced out of this world.
But the Hong Kong market, you've also got to look. If America do take Cuba, they do take the cigars. Where does then it sit with Habanos SA?
Right.
And the whole thing of Chen being involved? Because as we know, Chen has been extradited from Cambodia back to China because he's a Chinese national. He's also got all them dodgy dealings of that cryptocurrency, 30 billion gone missing, and doing that kind of shit. His fingers are still on the button as they are in Habanos SA. They're trying to buy him out and buy all the shares back for, as we know, JR Cigars and different ones.
Right.
Does this then, if America take over Cuba, can they extradite Chen from China back to the US? Because now US own Cuba, they own the fields. They've taken over the fields that were owned by these different Asian organizations, and Chen's probably involved with them. Does that give the extradition law then to bring Chen back to, of course, account for his crimes? That's another big one that you got to look at.
Sounds like something we would do.
It's a big one to look into, and the dynamics of where Habanos SA and all the rest stands for, with Chen being involved and the whole thing of Cuba. It is
another thing that we have to keep in mind as far as trade goes. You talk about would we be able to get along with China because they bought fields and this and that. Oh, if we're controlling the oil flow, which is what seems to be one of the main aims of our president, is control the world oil flow, then that means we would also control their flow. So that would lead to trade deals. As far as that, leverage, I guess you would say.
I don't know how well that's going right now.
Yeah, I mean, things are kind of crazy, but like I say, I see some world benefit breaking out of it. I just don't see how yet, but
there's got to be a lot of change on it.
There's going to be a lot of changes coming down the road, and it's going to look different, very different, and it's going to take getting used to.
My viewpoint as well that I want to chuck out to you guys is, if America take over Cuba, right? Cuba's infrastructure goes from leaps and bounds. Fields are good. Everything's looking great.
Right.
If we actually put money in there.
Yep. Yeah, if that's the part of it we invest in.
Sometimes we just take over a place and let it rot.
What if England wanted to take it over a different country, and they wanted to run Cuba and help Cuba out?
I think you guys stopped doing that.
Yeah,
that's what you think.
No, that's the crown. The crown's trying not to relinquish any control. They're trying to gain more, but they're trying to do it quietly.
Do you reckon if America did do good for Cuba, then they would look at the infrastructure in Nicaragua and making Nicaragua the same, then looking at Dominican Republic and doing the same, maybe Honduras doing the same? Because as we know, them countries suffered the same kind of fate as Cuba, but not on the same scale. Do you reckon that'd be another avenue in taking over them fields?
No,
and having
but
it
then,
under one
but
kind of
then,
federation, as we would say.
then you got to start asking yourself, if you're doing all of that, then what's that going to do for price structure? Across the board, not just in the Cuban market, but
Yep.
when you start talking about Nicaragua, Honduras, and all these other
Dominican, yep.
places, you're into the not only all those other legacy guys, but you're all up in the boutique markets business too. So if
But
you're
then you've
going
got
to
to look.
start doing all this infrastructure
Yeah.
stuff, and you're going to start improving everything, well, you might as well look for the prices to reflect that.
Yeah, but then you look at the companies that aren't going to have the case of the tariffs. Because if it's owned by America, there ain't going to be no tariffs, is there? Going from Nicaragua and Dominican, and it's coming back to
That's how that
America,
works.
there ain't going to be no tariffs. So you got to look there. They're not going to be paying them expensive tariffs. So
Well,
then
that's
the main person that's going to get them tariffs is going to be, of course, England
Canada.
buying the cigars, Canada, the different countries that are buying cigars from these companies, Nicaragua, Dominican, and Honduras, and so forth. They're going to get them. They're going to get them big, massive tariff prices. They are. It's going to be America. It's if America only.
Well, that's true, but then it's going to be up to us to police the industry to keep these people from gouging and claiming they need to raise their prices, when they're not paying tariffs and stuff, and they still want to raise them prices. That just equates to gouging right there.
Yeah, I think that'd be an
Got
absolute
no
shock
reason.
to a lot of the companies because, as we know,
Yeah.
as soon as they said, "Yep, tariffs," and we're not going to name the companies because we're friends with some of them. How they increase their prices straight away, bang, we're going up to the So that would put it down. There's if you haven't got the tariffs, why are you increasing your price cost? Okay, you might have lost some stock. Okay. Your insurance might have gone up. So, yeah, we get that. This your insurance on your factory might have gone up. So, you've got to increase it a little bit. But seriously, you need to increase it by this amount? It's a weird situation when you look at everything that's going on at the moment with the increase, the tariffs, the different things that are going on with the States, things that are going on here in the UK. To me, I just don't know. As we know, the different laws that are around with cigars and different things and what they're trying to do. And I think we're in a crazy, crazy, crazy world at the moment.
We are.
And it's only got to take one thing and one judge's pass and go, you know what? Yeah, we're done putting cigars in the same category as cigarettes and vapes.
That's it.
And that'd be a mega win. That'd be a mega win all around, as they are finally segregated and as they stand on their own. But then, what laws are they going to then put in? That's the crazy thing. What laws would they put in then on cigars if they're a separate category from all smoking?
That's all things that would have to be laid out.
Yeah.
Before anybody ever agreed, to sort them out and separate them, because what would be the purpose if you're going to sort them out and separate them, but then you're going to turn right around and slap a bunch of regulations and rules on that you just segregated it. So that would be a, to me that would be a silly thing, but that's just my old brain.
Well, on that note, like I say, as we know from me and Matthew smoking the My Father Blue, Matthew scores a 7, mine's a 7.5. Whiskey, Matthew, where would you rate that out of 10 on the whiskey, my brother? Where's your rating on that? You need to pull your thing down, bro.
There you go.
I'm gonna give it another 7, man. It's not like blowing anything out of the water, but it's not bad. It's really good. It's just not.
Yep. Okay.
Not
I
great.
get what you're saying on that. I'm about the same. I'm about the same on the 7. It's not overpowering. It's a nice ride. It's not anything to go, ooh, yeah. It's just that nice sort of 7. Grump, as we're wrapping up. What about you with your cigar, my brother? How you've been enjoying that cigar before we finish the show?
Retro just keeps that spiciness amped up in your nose if you like it. Everything's solid with a cigar. The flavors hold solid. Construction's still, still right there. And they ain't nothing like waking up with black coffee in your cup. And and that goes excellent with this. While it is a little more, it's a little more than what some may want in like a early day coffee cigar. I mean, it pairs excellent. It pairs excellent with coffee. But to me, it's more of that after dinner cigar and coffee rather than the 9 or 10
early
o'clock in the morning, early morning coffee with a nice cigar. This would work fine, but just for my desire, my likes, and my opinion, it's the excellent after dinner with a nice cup of coffee cigar. You can't go wrong with this.
Cool. Well, like I say, we have been the Cigar Loons tonight. Myself, of course, guys, Matthew and Grumpy. Thank you for watching. We are, of course, live on Sunday. We're going to be with the Leaf Cutters, so come and check that out.
Gotta remember that.
And then next week, well, I've got to send you the link anyway, so I've got to send you the link. Yeah. And then next week we are going to be with another extreme guest. Keep your eyes open because it will be posted, and the guys have got the cigars ready. So keep your eyes open for that because we have got that guest coming. He's confirmed. Yeah. We will be reaching out. We will be reaching out again to make sure that they are still coming and to get all images. But keep your eyes open on, of course, Instagram. But from me, happy St. Paddy's Day. Cheers, Matthew.
Don't start now, won't be none. Yeah, happy St. Paddy's Day. We'll see you next week. Cheers.
Yeah, man. Happy St. Paddy's Day. Enjoyed it. I love you. Abba Father loves you. But if he's not driving your bus here in 2026, pull that thing over, just like Matthew said. Yank it to the curb. Swap seats with him because we fixing to hit some potholes, and you're going to want him to be driving, not us. So, it's all Grunt. I'll catch y'all later. Love you. Bye.
In a world of smoking stories where the good times flow, there's a podcast rolling, putting on a show. The 3 amigos gathered, mic in hand, you see. The Cigar Loons are calling, wild and fancy free. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. From humble beginnings, just a thought, a spark. Now they're lighting up the airwaves, leaving their mark. They talk of life and laughter, and the cigars they hold dear, dispelling all the worries, banishing all fear. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living at the podcast dream. Through debates and discussions, they always find a way to make you feel at home at the close of every day, with tales from their adventures and insights sharp and keen. The Cigar Loons are truly quite the listening scene. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. So light up your stogie, settle in and hear. The Cigar Loons are talking, bringing joy to your ear. Guys Grumpy and Matthew, a perfect smoky blend. Tune into the Loons until the very end.